And our breaking news, protests occurring in a number of major American cities across the country. You're looking at Chicago right there. Demonstrations against the election of Donald Trump as president. I want to check back in with our Jason Carroll, who is with protesters outside Trump Tower. Jason, have the crowds gotten any smaller? I mean, it's been going on. We've been covering this for now the past hour and a half.
Yeah.
They've been outside Trump Tower.
Well, it's a dedicated group of demonstrators who are out here, Anderson. The crowd has not really gotten that much smaller. You can see right where Trump Tower is on Fifth Avenue, that section between 56 and 57 still blocked by thousands of protesters who jammed into the street here. You can see that one man up there on a street light. Basically, what we're being told by police is that they've got most of these protesters sectioned off in a pen. They're just going to allow them to basically do their thing for at least for a while. We've not been given any indication as to how long some of them will be out here. I want to bring in some of the protesters who have come out. They weren't able to get in the pen. They're sort of outside the pen here. We're standing in the middle of 57th Street here, Anderson and Fifth Avenue. We've been talking a little earlier about what happened last night, why you're out here voicing your anger. You, sir?
I'm actually not voicing my anger. I'm actually here to support the outrage of what happened, and I'm not surprised, I'm not shocked. I've been having this conversation with my friends over the last year and a half, and I was expecting a turn like this because Trump did something very interesting. He went and opened the key and turned the key to a lot of feelings that people are having in this country.
And what kind of feelings do you think he turned the key on? What
Racism, separatism, division, all those things that he's been actually running on. You know, those people were dormant, waiting for somebody to come and say, it's okay to feel this way. I actually was born and raised in a country with demagogues and despots and dictators.
You said you were from Argentina?
Yeah, I was born in Argentina. I'm actually an American. I've been here for 29 years. And it's amazing that in a country like this, in a country I came to get away from all of that, we actually live in this right now.
I think a lot of people are going to be looking at, all of these people who are out here, and some of them might be saying, where were all of these people yesterday who supported Hillary Clinton or even during early voting?
I believe they were here. Actually voted.
They voted.
But they're basically in shock because of the media, I would say, said the polls are showing that Hillary was ahead of everyone, but yet early in the evening it showed.
Right now on Infowars.com. Video, high school girl viciously attacked for supporting Donald Trump. Shocking footage out of California shows a high school girl being viciously beaten by another student for saying she supported Donald Trump on Instagram. This is the latest example of the anti-Trump hate crime wave that is sweeping the country. And this is a hate crime, folks. Do not be confused. And remember, at the beginning of the election cycle, what was the mainstream media telling us? Trump supporters are violent. Don't go to a Trump rally. You're going to get beaten up by a bunch of racist Trump voters. Trump's inciting violence. Now what are we seeing happening? And then at the end, what did they say? Trump's a sore loser. He's not going to lose gracefully. Trump supporters aren't going to lose gracefully. Just like every other narrative out of the mainstream news, the exact opposite becomes true. Jade Armenio, a sophomore at Woodside High School, posted an Instagram update Wednesday in support of President-elect Trump. And then a black student accused Armenio of hating Mexicans for launching a savage attack. I wonder where she got that narrative. The school said the girl responsible for the attack would be disciplined, but failed to reveal whether she would be expelled for the brutal assault. You need to make a drastic example of this girl right now. You need to make it public so that we can avoid this stuff happening in schools in the future. But see, this isn't going to happen because this isn't part of the PC culture that the schools are embracing. And as I said earlier, this is just one more attack in the recent wave of hate crime against Donald Trump supporters. Shocking video out of Chicago shows a mob of young black men viciously beating an older white man because he voted for Trump. In Stafford, Texas, an 11-year-old boy was violently attacked after telling classmates he voted for Trump in the school's mock election. Now that boy has to use crutches and a cast on his leg. A 17-year-old student in Florida punched a classmate in the face because he was holding a Donald Trump sign during a gym class. In New Orleans, a famous monument was dubbed in graffiti reading "Die, Whites Die." Again, I wonder where they got that narrative. So who is really violent? Who is the actual intolerant people? Who are the ones that didn't lose gracefully? the Trump protesters, just like we've been telling you the entire time. And who is to blame for this? The mainstream media? And that's right, Barack and Michelle Obama. This is Owen Schroyer for Infowars.com.
I'm not gonna sit here and take it anymore.
It is my high honor and distinct privilege to introduce to you the President-elect of the United States of America, Donald Trump.
Ours was not a campaign, but rather an incredible and great movement, made up of millions of hardworking men and women who love their country and want a better, brighter future for themselves and for their family. It's a movement comprised of Americans from all races, religions, backgrounds, and beliefs who want and expect our government to serve the people, and serve the people it will. Working together, we will begin the urgent task of rebuilding our nation and renewing the American dream.
Clinton addressing the disappointment head on.
This is not the outcome we wanted or we worked so hard for, and I'm sorry that we did not win this election for the values we share and the vision we hold for our country.
The loss, tough to bear.
This is painful, and it will be for a long time. But I want you to remember this. Our campaign was never about one person or even one election. It was about the country we love and about building an America that's hopeful, inclusive, and big-hearted.
Clinton now urging her followers to support the president-elect.
We have seen that our nation is more deeply divided than we thought. Donald Trump is going to be our president. We owe him an open mind and the chance to lead.
And then a direct appeal